Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 concepts in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 19. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. The starting metal is acid attached with long chain. It has alkyne there. You are using sodium, ammonia and ethyl alcohol, and you are using acid hydrolysis. You are having sodium, ammonia and ethyl alcohol, then you are having acid hydrolysis. Here choices are given, aromaticity is destroyed there. The reduction also happen in the side chain. Whether reduction is a cis fashion or trans fashion, whether double bond near electron donating group or withdrawing group. So there are the 4 possibilities. So from the question and the reagent, you might realize the question is really about reagent versus regioselectivity. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting metal is benzene attached with alkyne. You are using sodium and ammonia, so the reaction is a Birch reduction there. So the reduction can happen in the aromatic ring. So what really happened is 1,4-double-bond form near the electron donating group. That's what Birch reduction is. If you are interested, go and study mechanism separately. The side chain considered as alkyl, it's a electron donating group, so double bond form near that, not near to electron withdrawing acid. Next step, sodium ammonia can reduce the alkyne also, which is in the trans fashion. So alkyne converted into transalkene there. Here is shown as multiple steps for clarity. It can happen at the same time. So the concepts you have to learn here is Birch reduction. Birch reduction says that 1,4-double bond form near the electron donating group, or you can say form away from electron withdrawing group. Second thing is sodium in liquid ammonia, which can convert alkyne into transalkene. Then in the question number 2, the starting metal is cyclohexane attached with CH3, OH and isopropyl. They are asking where it will be placed, whether OH in equatorial or axial, or isopropyl in equatorial or axial, or methyl in equatorial or axial, or methyl in equatorial or axial. So there are the possibilities. From the structure and possible orientation, you might realize the question is about stability versus the functional groups. The answer is B. Let us see how. Here the cyclohexane is there. It can be better understood by chair form. So write it as chair form there. You have alcoholic group. Alcoholic group in the axial position is stable because it forms hydrogen bonding there. Other functional groups are in equal position due to the steric effect. So here the unusual thing comes from the alcohol, which create the hydrogen bonding. So the answer will be B. OH will be in axial, isopropyl in equatorial, methyl in equatorial. Here the concepts you have to learn is OH at axial position is stable due to hydrogen bonding. Second thing is bulky substituents at the equatorial position is stable. Then the question number 3, the starting metal they given the chiral carbon with ketone there. You are using lithium aluminum hydride. They are asking starting metal absolute configuration, whether they are 3R and 6S or 3S and 6S or both are R, both are S. So from the question and reducing possibilities, you might realize the question is about Cramp's rule and position of hydrogen is important here. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here you have to apply the Cramp's rule here. It's difficult to imagine from the product, you have to imagine from the starting material. Only you have 2 possibilities which have R and S. So we can start from R or S. Here we know the answer, so we start from the R there. Here starting metal is R because the hydrogen is above the plane. The highest priority will be A, which is carbonyl, B the side. Methyl will be the next one. Hydrogen will be the least, it will be front the plane. So the real configuration will be reverse, which is 3R there. So let us look at the Cramp's rule to achieve the product. Here Here bulky group we have to bring anti to the carbonyl there. So we bring the side chain which is B chain, we bring the anti form. Then we have to see the hydrogen position. Then we have to attack the nucleophile on the hydrogen side. So nucleophile attacks, you have alcohol formation. For the real configuration you have 1 and 3 should be anti. We bring back 1 and 3 anti. So we can draw the structure nicely which is the desired product. So if you look at the configuration of 6, it will be yes because the arrangement is anti-clockwise, so you have 6s. The starting value is 3, our product is 6s, so the answer is clearly A there. Here the concepts you have to learn is Graham's rule. Graham's rule says that the attack of nucleophile happened at the less hindered side, here the hydrogen side, which dictate the stereochemistry here. Then the question number 4. The starting metal is cyclohexanone, it attached with 2 methyl group which is trans to each other. You are using the light which is in the vapor phase. Here the possible answers are given. The possible answers are reduction which is alcohol and ring contraction which can be cis methyl group or trans methyl group, or the answer can be mixture of B and C. So there are the 4 possibilities. So from the reactant carbonyl and light you might guess it's a naming reaction, and stereochemistry is important here. The answer is D, which is a mixture of B and C. Let us see how. Here starting metal you have carbonyl, you are using the light. Light can break the alpha carbon there. It is Norris type 1 reaction, breaking of CC bond. It can occur at either side. You have CO elimination there. You have diradical remain there. The diradical attached with single bond, so it can rotate freely. So the ring closure occur. The ring closure can occur in the cis or trans version. So product is the mixture of both. The answer is D, which is a mixture of cis and trans form. Here the concepts you have to learn is the Norris type 1 reaction, which involve breaking of carbonyl and nearby carbon bonds. Then the question number 5. You have indole analog of sulfur which is benzothiophene. You are using bromine in excess in chloroform. They are asking the product. They given the 4 possibilities, whether the substitution happen in the sulfur ring or the benzene ring, both dibromination occur in the sulfur ring, or both dibromination occur in the benzene ring. So there are the 4 possibilities. So from the reactant structure and possible answer you might realize the question is about regioselective bromine addition here. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal is benzothiophene. You are attacking with bromine. Bromine can attack in the 2 or 3rd position. But 2 position is very much stabilized. It is stabilized by lone pair of sulfur there. So bromine attacks, the sulfur lone pair converts. So the bromine is stabilized by sulfur lone pair. So charge converts back to aromaticity. Here hydrogen leaves, promote the aromaticity there. So you have bromine substituted product. Since you are using bromine excess, again bromine attacks on the 3rd position. It can again stabilize by sulfur lone pair. So only 2-3 attack is favorable here because all the position which is supported by sulfurs are stabilized here. So the answer is clearly C. Both substitution happen in the sulfur ring. Here the concepts you outline is special stability promoted by sulfur lone pair. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.